What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Align Tell 'em podcast. This one's one that I'm personally very excited about. And without further ado, let's just get right into it. Let's introduce my guest for today. So we'll start with ladies first.
kgponce, La Ponce baby. I'm so happy to be here with you guys today. Woo!
Live studio audience.
Yeah, and Gio Rosado. Gio A. Rosado.
And,
Gio Rosado.
and,
Gio, what
my
does
camera.
the A stand for?
I'm not saying. Sorry.
and
It's just my middle name. And Gio Rosado was not available. So I just put the A there.
it'd be like that.
So like,
Sometimes you gotta put like an underscore at the end or something to like.
fuck that shit.
because-
I hate underscore. Like, okay.
We're getting to it.
Yeah, there's like, can you curse here?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. There's like.
Can you curse here?
I'm just asking, bro. We're gonna do Spanglish. Can we
Yeah,
do
no, of
Spanglish?
course. Esto es un show.
Okay.
Yo soy cubano, entonces.
Okay.
Tiro disparate.
Just asking. We're the fucking Cuban Ricans in the house.
Sí,
mother-
sí, we didn't get to that
No,
part,
es
yeah.
que no hay manera de que uno pueda mantener un solo lenguaje when we talk.
No,
You see?
It's good.
Okay, but to me, I think the username should have no numbers or underscore.
Yeah.
Like so, that's why
I had to do it for my
it's
personal.
impossible. But
Yeah, I had to do it for my personal, but at least the podcast, it has no. I was like, there's literally. I've been contacting the guy with that name for like 2 years now. Para mí, el tipo está like, I don't know. He's off the grid.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the guy that has my Gio Rosado also has like 3 followers and whatever.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like,
Well,
Can-
hopefully when I'm gonna get verified, because we're gonna get verified, we can take
manifest.
the
No, I mean, eventually, yeah.
the Gio Rosado, and then that's it.
But for those that don't know who you guys are, can you guys give like a brief intro of, who you are? You said that. Where you're from and what you guys do now.
Well, ladies first.
Mi nombre es Karen. Hago TikToks hablando caca y después aprendí a hablar caca profesionalmente con Gio Rosado en el podcast de Cuba Rica.
That's how.
Y yeah, that's who I am.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what I do too.
Me gustan los caramel fraps, me gustan los caramel fraps, me gusta.
Loves caramel fraps. This
Me
friendship started with the
gustan-
caramel frap.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, I put you on caramel fraps.
No, girl, you're not taking the caramel frap credit. Because I've been drinking caramel fraps for a while. I don't remember who put me on caramel fraps, but I remember trying that shit.
But from McDonald's?
You know, if
Because
Gio
my
had
favorite are the ones from McDonald's. El que más me gusta es de McDonald's.
You had one today. Fire.
like if Gio had a J Balvin meal, or a
Like
Travis
the
Scott,
Gio
like,
Rosado meal. What's the Gio Rosado meal?
is a 2 double cheeseburger plain with ketchup. The
Look at us
cheeseburgers,
promoting McDonald's como
the
si eso
medium
fuera algo
fries.
saludable.
They're not paying for this.
the medium fries, and a caramel frap.
And
a
the
medium
ranch.
caramel.
No te puedes comer la fries sin el ranch.
No. Fuck that shit.
Yes.
I eat the fries. I order the fries to, like, get me home. Like,
Yeah.
and then
No
the
duran.
cheeseburgers at home, and then
No, mi order siempre va a ser unas medium fries con un ranch. Le digo, no me des un ranch, por favor, dame 4. Because I already know cuántos ranch necesito para comerme las medium fries. Y son como 4. Se me gasta. I like a lot of ranch.
I was gonna say 4 ranches for 1 medium fry. That's a lot.
Hablando de eso, hoy hice una línea en McDonald's drive-thru como de unos 10 minutos para un frap. Y yo dije, wow, Karen, tienes que dejar esta obsesión atrás.
Tú sabes, that's happened to me a lot of times where I'm like after I get it, I'm like, I really just spent like
15
all this
minutes
20
of
minutes
my
for
life.
like una mierda, like.
Bro, I don't.
Yeah.
If the McDonald's is not empty, I don't eat McDonald's. That's a sign for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Que está mal ese día.
Dude, pero tú sabes que llevo como 4 días tratando de tomarme un caramel frap y la línea del drive-thru ha estado tan larga que al final no me compro el caramel frap. I'm like, no, whatever.
Yeah.
No voy a ir, olvídate de esto. Pero today was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it because I need it. Like, I need a caramel frap
yourself.
today.
About me, what can I say about me? I'm my mom's son. My
El
mom's
hijo de mi
second.
mamá, vivo en su casa y...
Yeah, I'm my mom's second son, the younger brother. I just turned 22 yesterday.
Hey. Everyone do a shot if you see this.
Yeah. I'm from Luquillo, Puerto Rico. I enjoy making content online. Been doing it for a while now. Just making videos, storytelling. Shout out to David in the house. he inspired. I know I inspire him, and he tells me, but he inspires me a lot too. Shout out, bro.
Shout out David.
He's
You
a-
guys have
he's
seen
a-
his episode.
Yeah, he's a great storyteller.
He really is.
He is.
Caramel frap, he said.
And then and what else? I don't know. I just wanna make content that inspires people to do cool shit, to be themselves. And yeah, the podcast thing was because I watched a lot of podcasts like in my high school years and my middle school years.
Mhm.
So I was like, I kind of had to do that, and like, I was very controversial in high school. I guess like I can have like debates with anybody and stuff like that. So then I started to bring that into videos and like talking, and I have very strong moral like and very strong ways of thinking. So I can
You butt heads with people.
I can butt heads with people. So that makes me like our conversations
So-
interesting.
You guys talked about being like content creators, and this is a conversation I had with a couple people actually. But it's like, what makes you what today makes you a content creator, or do you think that like the word or the title content creator is being thrown around like loosely?
I think the word I'm an influencer
Yeah,
is
like
more of that.
I feel like people
what
use
you're
it
trying
like
to say.
as like
Dude, I don't think I was ever gonna say this, but honestly,
yeah, it's an exclusive.
yeah, lately I've been thinking about this, and I've taken more pride about being called a TikToker, because before I've always wanted to be like an artist, like somebody that's just more than an influencer. Doesn't fit what I do, because I don't really want to. If I want to influence people to do something, is to be themselves. That's the
Mhm.
only thing I want to influence people to do. But like, I feel like influencer is not the word for what I do. I feel like a content creator kind of fits, or like it's the best term because I do create content. But I used to hate being called a YouTuber, a TikToker, or whatever. But I've kind of embraced a little more, because it's taken me places that I've never thought I would be because of that platform, for example. So I'm like, you know what? Like honestly, if it wasn't for this platform,
You know what? Yes, I'm a TikToker. I post 5 times a day and I do the trends. I
dances.
jump on the.
I don't dance.
No.
I don't dance. But I should.
He's like,
Yeah, he's a really good dancer. I don't know if you guys have seen him on TikTok, but he's actually really good at dancing. He got the.
But I see the platform doing its thing. I see the platform, like I saw the platform at the Latin Grammys, for example, and I see them expanding, and I see them like being hiring young people,
Yeah.
and it's really like, okay, like YouTube is like this big monster, which I have to do because in terms of money and stuff like that, like you kind of have to be on YouTube. If you're
You
not on
really do.
YouTube, you're not anywhere. Like, TikTok doesn't pay enough, but I see it that I'm embracing it more, even though it kind of sounds weird. And I honestly I want to be an artist. I want to be somebody that makes art. Like that's my first thing. My first thing is how can I, you know, making videos is an art. Editing videos and
yeah.
and there's the art of public speaking as well. Like right now I'm publicly speaking, and like my words can change somebody's day.
It's true, bro. I was one of those people who was like, I remember in the beginning of TikTok, or like even like until like a couple months ago, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do like I'm not gonna get on TikTok, or like I didn't even have the app downloaded. Like I was just like, nah, like that's whack, whatever, bro. I got that, and like after like 2 days, me cogió. Like I was one of those people that was like, nah, like this is like I don't know, this is weird, or like whatever.
Me too.
Do you remember your first TikTok?
Yeah, it was horrible.
Same.
It was cringy. But it's okay, and it was like I have to try this. I read Crushing It by Gary Vee.
Mhm.
I read it, I think in high school, and by that time the app was called Musically,
Yeah,
and he has a chapter on the book about Musically, and how it was gonna be the next big thing. Um, and he had chapters about Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, and he has chapters about all the social medias. This guy is Gary Vee, the author,
Yeah.
the author of of the book. And as I was reading it, I remember reading it and him talking about this app. And I'm at this moment where Instagram's algorithm sucks. I've got to the 1,000 subscriber mark on YouTube because I was posting a lot. I was posting every day. Right now, I'm posting every day, so I'm back on the grind. I had met Kevin, which was the OG Puerto Rican's co-host. So I've always had the dream of like being a content creator and stuff like that. And I remember reading the chapter and him saying that it was gonna be the next thing, and quarantine hit, and then I was like, I'm gonna go 100% on this thing. And I see people growing, and all of a sudden you see traditional media, and you see Bad Bunny post a Zafaera TikTok where he's like dancing, like,
Yeah.
mami que tú quieres, aquí llegó tu tiburón, and that trend started going. I remember being in quarantine and people showing in their houses like, mami
Yeah.
que tú quieres, and then and it was si tu novio no te
Yeah, and
mama el
the
culo,
reaction
and
of
then
the moms.
of the moms.
Yeah.
So, and then I was like, I'm gonna do this, and I had a friend where I used to pause the music and I used to tell her like what the songs were saying, um like Casiano and Booker T, for example, in Hoy Cobré, Bad Bunny said PR en Casiano para 96. Like nobody understands that line.
Yeah.
PR, Casiano en PR para 96. He's talking about Eddie Casiano, which is a basketball star in Puerto Rico in 1996, where he was the biggest superstar in the Puerto Rican basketball league. If you're not from Puerto Rico, if you don't,
Right.
if you
Like,
don't know,
eso.
you don't know that Eddie Casiano en PR para 96, LeBron en Miami con el 6.
Yeah.
Like he's talking about LeBron James in Miami with number 6,
Right.
but he's also talking about the 96 Eddie Casiano in Puerto Rico. So like I used to pause the music and like explain those lines, like to like this girl, and then I was like, I'm gonna take this to TikTok, and then just blew up.
What's your biggest one today? Like your or both of you, for both of you, like what's like the biggest TikTok that you've done in terms of like numbers or engagement, I guess.
I don't really, no sé, han habido unos cuantos, so.
Yeah. Or what was the first one that you were like, yo, like esto puede ser algo, like.
My first viral TikTok was una cancioncita that I was like, que soy tóxica, nunca intóxica,
Okay.
peleona y nunca. And it got to like more than 1 million views. And then everybody was like doing the little, como que lo cogían el
The
audio y lo
sound?
hacían. Y también así tuve unos otros cuantos. Hace poquito hice otro.
Brickle.
The one in Brickle, que es your sugar daddy. Y tengo unos cuantos así
Yeah.
que han llegado al 1 millón. También tuve uno que me estaba dando golpes en la barriga. Did you ever see that one?
Yeah, of course.
Tell me,
Just ranting.
so you guys talked about it like when you briefly seen the Brickle thing, but tell me about like el día ese que like you guys because in this podcast we talk about a lot about like manifesting and like taking that step, like the leap of faith. And so tell me about like when the story of how you guys booked the place in Brickle, and then just seeing what happened, like the weekend of the Latin billboards.
Okay.
So,
Go. I want to hear.
okay, first of all, Gio fue el que salió con la idea de hacer eso. Y el día antes, literalmente, de ir para el hotel, estábamos en el estudio. Gio was like, oh, we need to like call these people. We need to try to get to rentar un apartamento ahí, bla, bla, bla. En realidad, el que sabía de eso era Gio. And nothing, we got to the hotel the next day. Habíamos rentado un apartamento que no era el que tú querías porque era el único que el budget nos permitía rentar. Y cuando llegamos ahí, Gio parece que, no sé, habló con la muchacha, le habló bonito,
Sí.
no sé qué fue lo que pasó.
Se puso
And they gave us like an upgrade.
I'll give you the full story too. Okay, go. Continue.
No,
I want to hear
no.
your perspective though of the whole thing, and then I'll say the whole story.
Y ya, like Gio comes back from the check-in counter and he goes like, yo, we just got a free update, oh my god. Y al final cogimos el cuarto que ellos querían coger para poner todos los equipos.
Okay, so I'll give you the whole like story. So a couple months before Latin Billboards, I was in contact with Enrique Santos, which is he's a popular radio host here in Miami, and he had a suite for the Premio Juventud, and I was in contact with him, and he told me, look, I'm a What's the name of the hotel?
East.
East. I'm at East for the weekend. Come by. I'm gonna be doing content. I can use your help. We can talk, like whatever. So I go and I see that this guy has a suite and he
Mhm.
has a set and he has everything. And I see that day I see Camilo come by and I see this actor come by. She's from the Orange and the New Black. Um, and I saw Ovi come by, and I saw
Claro que sí.
yeah, I saw a bunch of artists come by, sit down and have 15 to 20 minutes
Enrique Santos.
with Enrique Santos. And I'm there and I'm just observing everything. Um, and then I go and I learned from that day. Like that's where the first idea came.
Yeah, eso es lo que fue que they planted in your brain, like, oh,
Yeah, that like how can I do this? Like this guy is a big radio host. He has the budget. He has everything. Um, and he knows he has the publicist and the contacts for everything. So I just basically wanted to mirror that in another event. But I knew that I wasn't gonna have like big artists. So the Latin a few months later, the Latin billboards I know they're in town. I'm following this thing. They're gonna be in Miami. I already know that it's gonna be in the East because when I had like those are typical questions I asked Enrique Santos. I always try to ask like people that are bigger than me questions. So I asked him like, if the event is in Coral Gables, why are they staying here? Oh, always is that there's gonna be an event. They're gonna stay right here because it's the hard brico and like they can go anywhere.
yeah.
If you put them anywhere, any artist anywhere else that they don't have shit to do, they don't have the shopping, they don't have like the clubs or shit, they're gonna kill you. Like you need to like have them in a place where
Yeah, está central.
exactly. So I knew it was gonna be at East. So then I go a week before,
Okay.
and I go talk to Aunt. Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I think I still remember her name. Her name is Anna. Nobody's gonna know. I think her name is Anna. I'm not even sure if her name is Anna. But Anna was in the front desk. Let's just put that name. And I go and I start telling her the situation, and she thinks I'm an artist. Like she thinks I'm a big like
Mhm.
artist. Because I tell her, look, I'm looking for this room. Like, what's the best room that I can get for this and this? This is what I want to do. And she's like, and she gets me in contact with the actual person that's like handling the
Yeah.
artist. Because she's thinking, oh yeah, because I
Este
told
un
her,
artista, yeah.
yeah, because I told her I want
And
to,
you, yeah.
I want to
Yeah,
come
yo
for
soy
the
You're like,
un
yep.
artista.
for the Latin billboards. I'm in on this situation. I'm a little scared because I'm not an artist, and when this girl gets contact of like Gio Rosado is trying to like upgrade his room or whatever, she's gonna send me to hell. Cause she's like, who the fuck are you? But then I go and I like bluff that I have management and like blah blah blah.
Vuela.
And then so then I contact them through another place, and I basically build like this small relationship with this girl that day, with this the front desk lady. So I'm super nice to her. Um, and the day I got to the East, when I booked it, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna build this set. Nobody can know. Like, I'm just basically sneaking into this event, into the same hotel, and I'm just gonna try to see who's there. Like, look for the best opportunities I can to like get an interview. I'm probably not gonna get none, but I'm gonna be in Miami, and if I have time, I'm gonna fill up those holes with artists I already know and I already have contact, so that my time there is not wasted.
Right.
So then I go, and that day that I booked the night before, I didn't have the room I wanted. I had a smaller room. We didn't, so I was like fighting to like get the better room. And the day I get there, the lady's there that had from the week before. So I go straight to her. Like I don't
Yeah, yeah.
like the other ones were empty, but
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm going straight to this girl that I had already built a
Right.
relationship with. And she's like doing her thing, blah blah blah, and like they bring her food, and I'm like her like complimenting her, blah blah. And then she goes like, oh, like look, you have an upgrade here, you have an upgrade there, blah blah blah, and this and that. And I was like, okay,
Okay.
like I was
Okay.
like inside, I was like going crazy, like wow, it's even better. And like also the room I had was only one bed, like it was I was gonna be able to pull it off, but it was only one bed, and like you know, Karen was there. I had the team like editors and shooters that want like we're gonna be working till late, so I wanted them to like be able to sleep there and stuff like that, and we were gonna go out like at night.
Claro.
So and then at the end of the day, everybody was able to sleep there. Everybody was like to be able to wake up and already be there on set, like ready to work. Um, So it was a crazy experience. It's something that I just took a leap for, like that. You know, it opened my doors for the Grammys. Totally, not even for the Grammys because um this week was the Latin Grammys this last week, and I also
Yeah.
went to Las Vegas for it. Same thing, just taking a leap. Um, it just brought me like to a lot of contact. At the end of the day, I made it to the suite where like the actual press was. At the end of the day, I met a publicist that's gotten me two big time interviews. So I don't know. It was just things that I had to do. Like
Yeah.
in order to like to make shit happen, I had to just do it. Like and
Right.
we saw a bunch of people like
Conocimos mucha gente in that event at the East. He made really good contacts. We made content. It was worth it,
Right.
and it was just
No, of course. Like when you can get like good content out of it, like that lives on forever. So it's like it's for sure like always worth it.
they
people
saw
seeing
us.
my face, like the fact
So
that people
we
were
were
seeing my
there,
face,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Jay Wheeler's, like I never thought that an artist was gonna recognize me, like my work, and he did. I mean, he was like, "I like what you're doing. Keep doing it." So that means like I popped up
Yeah.
at his feed or something, or somebody told him about me, um, and just it's been reciprocating. Like more people know what I'm doing now, and more people are following us, and bro, like it's been that video got really far, and it opens a lot of doors. Definitely open.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
And who's like the most like the I guess the most famous person that has? Oh, you said Jay Wheeler knew who you were, but I guess for both of you guys, like who's the most famous person who either follows you or you've interacted with that you're like yo like or gotten starstruck by that when like actually having like a
well,
real conversation.
in the Latin Grammys, I met Ozuna this week. I
Oh, this last weekend you were in Vegas, right?
Yeah, I shook Ozuna's hand.
Oof.
I shook Mike Tower's hand. I took a shot with Juanes. Yeah,
That's fire.
those are pretty big people. Obviously, it's like with Juanes, I had more like a 3 minute interaction. Like he started talking to me and like we talked a little bit. With Ozuna, it was a quick interaction. With Mike Towers, it was a longer interaction. Honestly, I have crazy stories from this trip, like from the Las Vegas trip. With Mike Towers, it was a little longer interaction, and he kind of gave me the look like I've seen you before, because I also had another interaction before with him. But those Osuna is definitely probably. I mean, I shook Osuna's hand like, for sure,
Yeah.
and I was with somebody that has worked with Osuna, so he was like, "Hey, good to see you," blah blah. And I was with somebody else that I was with Daddy Yankee's like brother basically.
Yeah.
So
Eso no te tripea like oh shit like I mean like I mean they know my face. Eso no te like
bro, honestly no, because I am a person that like strives for so much more.
yeah.
Like I'm such a like a the fact that I'm very grateful and like I'm like yes they know but they don't really know me. Like I want to have like like I want to have him like this and I want to
Right.
talk to him and I want to also like maybe go out with him. These people are in a crazy level. Like you need to like kind of get to their level in order to have those
No,
things.
and people like that like their lives are so fast that like see if you can get them for like one night, eso es like rare.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever gonna like they usually have this like I've seen you before face, but they don't really like they're not really like having these most people into their long term memory. Like most people are just like like skating through. Like they see so many people.
Yeah, of course.
So if I this happens to me and I'm a small creator, bro. Like this happens to me where like people come up to me and like, oh I've met this has that happened to you?
Yeah.
Like, oh I met you blah 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 and I'm like, yeah.
Say-
Yes I
Yeah.
and then I'm like
Or they're like, "Hi, nice to see you again," and you're like, "Hi, nice to see you."
no, como
And we're-
cambiado.
and
Yeah.
we're small creators. Like
Right.
we're small people. Like and I get and that's happened to me a couple times already. Where like I'm
Yeah.
like, ¿de qué evento fue? Like
Uh,
¿de dónde? Okay. So I cannot expect them to like, unless I have like an actual like, 30-minute conversation with them, like,
Right.
or like, you know, I don't know, they see me more and more, then yeah. But besides that, how
And
about
and
you?
yeah.
Who's the biggest person that you?
Rosalia, to me, is the biggest person that follows me. I know that there's a couple other artists that follow me, like Waina and a couple more
Yeah.
that I've seen.
Alright, so
And
nice.
I've met a couple artists too, así como de que los conozco y ya,
Right.
but
No, entonces like just imagine your favorite artist follows you, like for sure you're on the feed.
eh,
Yeah, they,
tienen
they
que
are. They are, bro. I would be surprised. I see them watch my story, or
Yeah.
I see them like my post, and I'm like, they're watching.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's to be a cool feeling, bro. Like yeah,
It
like
it's more pressure, I think, bro.
Sí, desde que Rosalía me empezó a seguir en TikTok, yo
you're like,
como
fuck, I gotta
que
put out heat.
I'm like, wait, am I sure? Do I really want to post that? I don't know,
Yeah, it's like more
What, does
pressure.
Rosalia approve of this?
Does
Exactly.
Rosalía approve?
Are they gonna unfollow me now? Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, I don't know. At the same time, I just try to stay true to myself,
Yeah, because that's why they followed you in
Yeah.
the first place.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. I mean, and even me being in this space, like I've watched you guys when you guys did your podcast. So it's like for me in a way it's like kind of full circle, where it's kind of cool that I'm meeting you guys too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking about that, like what you talked about, like que ahora you hablan mierda por like professionally.
Yeah.
But what's been like, I guess, the thing that you learned about podcasting, or like starting the podcast, because it's like es una cosa que like you get very intimate with people when you talk to them in a way, and sometimes it could be just like
It could be something random.
right.
Okay, so I had never done a podcast in my life
Right.
before Gio put me on to doing podcasts. And before that, what I used to do was just like express myself through TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I opened TikTok, what I liked the most was like when I would see other girls like tell their story, like whatever happened to them during that day. And I was like, damn, yo estoy viendo esta TikTok for like 2 hours. I don't know who this girl is, but I love whatever she's telling me.
Yeah.
Like, so I just started doing that. I started like expressing how I felt on TikTok, like, oh shit, tuvo un mal día hoy. Let me just like put it out there. Maybe somebody can relate with me. And they'll laugh about it with me through my story. So like basically I just do like stuff like that
Yeah.
on TikTok. Y yo siento que el podcast puede ser algo parecido, que la gente se entretiene viendo lo que uno tiene que hablar, because,
Yeah.
And also like I've met a lot of people who've told me, "Oh my god, I love to watch your podcast like when I'm working or like when I'm in my house
That's
like
dangerous.
cleaning." And it's like, so I just came to the conclusion que a veces like when for us like people who talk,
Yeah.
es como que y el que nos está mirando se siente como que lo estamos acompañando en ese momento.
Right.
And sometimes there's a lot of people out there who don't have like somebody to call and be on FaceTime for 2 hours while they do their thing.
Yeah.
And they'll just like watch us talk. And that's, you feel like,
Entertainment.
damn, I do that for you.
Yeah,
Como
no,
que
and-
tú me escuchas a mí en lo que tú limpias.
Right. No, and it's cool because some people will DM you or something like, yo, like, either I really resonated with that or like I connected with that. And after a while, you start building like this little like community, and they have like all your same inside jokes or like
Yeah.
cosas que tú has hablado in podcasts or in TikToks and stuff like that. And they feel like they know you in a way. And it's kind of
That
cool.
part is crazy. That part
It
is
is, right?
crazy because I never actually felt that before ever in my life, and I had people like tell me about that. Like, or I heard people talk about that, like the feeling that the listeners get, that they know you,
Mhm.
and then you met them, and they approach you like they're your longtime friend,
Mhm.
but I don't know who the fuck they are.
Right.
So it's so weird. Like,
No.
it feels awkward to us to a certain extent, where these people have been listening to what I say, and they know my stories, and they know this.
But
like,
you don't know who they,
right
it's
now, I
hard
don't
to
know.
like, it's hard to put the numbers into like
Right.
realize.
Like
Es como que
people.
difícil darte cuenta que los números son personas, son
Right.
vidas y son gente que te conocen, because they see you all the time.
Right.
They've heard me every single day on TikTok, anywhere. Como que I have like, there's a lot of girls that have texted me like, oh, I started doing this because you do it, or Like I started posting pictures in bikini because you do it and you're skinny too, and it's just like,
Right. Yes, that's like a weird like.
and it's like,
when people say
I'm,
that's kind of
I'm
weird.
nobody, bro. I'm nobody. Like yo no,
Yeah,
yo no me siento así.
Yeah,
yeah. I feel just like them, but
yeah.
I have more eyes on me. That's it. So it's weird and um, but at the same time it's like cool, you know. Like it's like
Has it ever happened that somebody like recognized? This happened to me like a couple weeks ago on Halloween actually. That somebody like recognized and was like, "Yo, you're the guy from the podcast, whatever." And let's just say I was not at my best in that moment. So yo estaba, and I'm
Mhm.
like, "Yo, like this person didn't see me con tremenda nota," like, and I'm just like, "Yeah."
Oh yeah, that's horrible. It's
Yeah.
just, that's one of the worst things that
Yeah.
could happen to you. Like the other day, I was at the doctor,
Mhm.
and the doctor knew me, and I was like, mira,
Change
la
the
próxima
doctor.
vez que yo, para la próxima cita, no me lo recuerde. And it was something that I was like kind of embarrassed to be at
Right.
the doctor for. So even
Yeah.
worse, like they knew me at the clinic, and I was like,
Yeah.
next time I go to the doctor, I'm gonna make sure that they don't follow me because it was really embarrassing.
Right. Right.
So that was one of the craziest things that has happened to me ever since I opened my TikTok
No.
account.
No, I remember one time.
I forget who follows me all the time, and I have my dentist follows me, and like a couple people follow me that I'm like, and then they go and you say hi to me, and they say hi to me like, ya lo olvidó ese y yo, oh, me talking about sex and shit. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. Like my dentist knows what I did. No, eso me pasó, bro. Also another time when and bro, if you guys are micro influencers, I'm micro influencers because I just started doing this shit. Like, bro, the first time actually I met David, who's here, he left now, but he was doing a video at Centro, and we had gotten invited to VIP that day because it was with Gonzi. So he invited us into VIP because they were gonna play his song at Centro, and I was like, "Yo me presto para eso." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll go." And then, bro, con tremenda nota, todo el mundo, we were just so happy that he was playing his song, bro. I think thankfully he deleted that video. I hope he deleted that video, cause bro, I was going around Centro with like a water bottle and my flashlight, pretending I was a bottle girl, like, ah. Thankfully, like, bro.
that's funny. Yeah, no, there's videos of me like dancing on the floor and shit. So don't worry.
No. And hopefully
Just
no one ever
birthday.
finds that shit.
Yeah.
We all posted it. I wasn't the only one. Did anyone else post it?
I don't know, but like
Listen, I thought it was a happy moment you had there, so why not share it?
yeah, I haven't seen the whole video, and like I there's people that have videos of me doing pretty.
Yeah, same. Like standing on a table and stuff.
So there's nothing we.
No,
Okay, well, what can I say? We're just having fun, you know.
It sucks being like this young in social media because it feels like everybody has like something of yours. Like,
But why not? Like, why not? It's not. I mean, we're regular people.
yeah,
Like, yo soy igual que cualquier otra mujer.
I know.
We do the same thing. We party the same way.
I know.
We get drunk the same way. We do the same stuff. It's
Exactly.
like, why
It's
pretend that
weird
we're.
because there's people that
not.
are watching us and they look up to us.
and it's weird.
It's not weird. I mean, I'm thankful. Like, yo pienso que yo soy un ejemplo a seguir. Como que I work every day.
A
Like,
model citizen.
yeah, I try to be a good role model, but like at the same time, I'm human. Like, so it's like, what I'm saying is like those people. We como que a veces como que los famosos como que decepcionan a la gente because they're human, and that
Yeah.
sucks.
Mhm.
Like that's the part that sucks. That like I don't.
Yeah, I think if there's something that I would like to change on social media is for people to be more clear. Like,
Yeah.
no tan como que yo veo que la gente tratan de ser tan como que act a way that they're not. Como que
Hacen la imagen de ellos like look like super.
yeah, like
good, yeah.
everybody wants to paint their image a different way for social media, and it's like that's
Right.
not who I am. Like why
Yeah, because they're
why am I
trying to
letting
sell.
you see me that way when I'm not that? I'll just
Yeah.
be who I am, and then you know.
Since everybody posts like their highlights of their life on
Yeah.
there, and no ponen lo malo. So it's like you feel like it can lead to like the people who watch your stuff to be like, oh no, like their life is so perfect, and I'm going through something right now, whatever. Eso like te causa como una.
Yeah, yeah. It's fact known that yeah, we only put the best parts. We don't really put when we're sad or when we're going through shit. That shit's not interesting, even though it's real, you know.
Yeah.
And that does affect people because people are always like looking to somebody else, you know, looking
Yeah.
look how good Gio's doing or looking how good Line is doing, and
But no saben like what goes behind.
yeah, of course they don't know that you're going through shit, you know?
Yeah. Bro, let me ask you guys, because I see, well, being in the podcast, I guess world too. Like, are there any podcasts that you guys listen to, like that on a daily basis, like or podcasts that you kind of like model your thing after?
I don't try to model um on
Cause like,
anything. I try to be like myself as much as possible. I do have influence, of course. I do watch podcasts a lot. I still consume a lot of podcasts. Not as much as I used
yeah,
to because I'm really busy creating. Like I I can say that I edit and I make a video every day. Like
yeah, that's tough.
yeah.
Like that's not like to somebody watching it, they might think like, oh, it's a whatever video, but it's like that video. It was like an hour, 2 hours, maybe like
Yeah.
at minimum, if anything.
Yeah. I try to make and edit a video every single day. And so I don't have as much time to consume content. But consuming content is very important because it gives you inspiration and it gives you ideas and it shows you what other people are doing and how you can become better. I watched the Colin and Samir podcast, which is a podcast about creators and the creator economy, which teaches me about how to grow as a creator. I watch Chente Drach.
I was gonna bring that
It's
up.
kinda
I was
it's
like, ese tipo, like, I love his show, bro.
yeah, he's like the number one. To me, he's the number one creator in Puerto Rico. Um, I watch Molusco because Molusco also.
I feel like he's more like the news.
Yeah,
Que
I don't.
y
I like.
Chente es más like jodedor.
Yeah, I also watch the news. Like it's called The Daily.
Mm-hmm.
It's by the New York Times, and it's more like about what's going on in the world and what's going on, and because it's 20 minutes, and you need like I feel like you need we need to all be informed. So
Yeah, and it was 20 minutes. It's like quick.
yeah. I also watch um they are in New York. It's called the Hot 97.3
Yeah.
with Ebron.
Ebron and Charlamagne, is it Charlamagne the God?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched them. I also watch
No, Babo, pero tú sí ves, like,
No.
I also watch.
I do. I
He-
do
he-
consume a lot.
y después dice que, oh, I don't consume that much anymore.
Not anymore. I used to watch every single episode of things. I
Yeah.
used to be like a binge type of person, but not. I just click and skip through a lot now, and like I'm very to learning. Like I'm always every time I'm watching content, I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
I'll stop talking. I talk too much.
I don't watch any podcasts.
When you do one, it's hard to like you watch it for inspiration, but it's hard to like keep up with so many.
Yeah, they're long, but I feel like the best one is Colin and Samir. Me right now, the best podcast that I watch is Colin and Samir just because I get so much out of it.
Yeah.
It's teaching me about why creators are so big and how they do it, and it teaches you so much. And that's what I want. Like I want to learn. I watched the Ebron because, bro, I feel
No,
like
they're hilarious.
the New York radio scene is the best. You know? Lalo, you know? Oh, Enfrentados Podcast.
Shout out.
Shout out.
No, está esperando.
Mira, Gio.
Oh, a lo
Gio's-
foque.
I don't fucking. Yeah.
A lo
Mira,
foque, I know.
that never mind. Eso es uno de los
Yeah.
que yo veo. A los foques y el de Chante. Si,
Yeah.
si voy a ver algo, ellos dos.
Yeah.
A
But
lo
I
foque.
barely watch podcasts y ni siquiera veo los podcasts de nosotros.
No, I don't. After
I
I
can't
post
watch.
it, I don't.
I'm
I don't
sorry,
watch
I
it.
can't watch our own videos. Like,
No.
creo que hay como 3 podcasts de nosotros que lo he visto y no es por nada. They're really good. Just saying, they're really good. Go watch them. Pero me da tanta pena verme a mí misma hablando.
Especially like if you're editing it, like after I edit it, and I'd never watch it again because
Nicky,
it's
yeah, of
weird.
course,
Like y lo he visto tantas veces ya que I'm like,
Nicky Jam had a really good podcast. And I don't know, he kind of stopped. he had a podcast that was doing really good, but he's busy, I guess. He just
Yeah, bro. But let's close it off with this, right? So, as people who are mainly on TikTok, give me your a top three of TikTokers um that you think are on the rise.
top 3 TikTokers on the rise. Go.
Jessica Judith. I really like her. I've
Crazy.
always liked her. Now we're friends. Love it. Love her. Always me encanta su contenido. Um, espérate, es que hay tanto.
You're putting
It's kind of hard.
Vamos a ver, yo voy a buscar algunos para decirte. Hay una chamaquita que está creciendo que más o menos hace lo mismo que yo. Mi competencia. No, embuste. I don't take it as a competition, but her name is Suleika. She's also she's not from Puerto Rico, but she talks about and reacts to music. She looks como que real. Habla sobre las canciones y me pareció interesante lo que está haciendo. Va mucho en línea lo que yo hago. It's very, very, very similar. And she's doing good. I think she's on the rise. She's a female that talks about Latin music. There's not a lot of them, and I feel like she's doing it in a cool way. Um, Jessica es una dura, like, and we always talk about. She's like probably like the number one TikToker in Puerto Rico right now. Her name is Eugenia. She has like an Argentina and
Background?
Puerto Rico
Yeah, I was gonna say her too.
podcast.
I love
Like
her.
she has a accent de Puerto Rico y Argentina, and they're just people that the way that they talk to you in the camera, it just
Yeah.
makes you
Like,
feel
it's, like,
like you're
captivating.
having a
Yeah, like you're
conversation
having a
with them.
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's super cool.
I also like Adriana Filomeni. Filome.
Filo. They
Filo.
call her
Adriana
Filo.
Filo. Her.
They call and Abelardo with the 99% podcast. I don't know if you know the podcast.
Which one?
99% podcast.
No, I haven't heard that one.
Well, that podcast is I just they're rising on TikTok. I just watch their clips. Like, I can emphasize this enough that if you have a podcast, you need to be doing clips on TikTok. That's the most important thing. But
Do
yeah.
you repurpose your stuff like the same clip, but or you create like do it slightly different?
What do you mean?
Like when you guys post on the TikTok for your podcast, do you or even for your personal page, do you use the same clip and then just do it for Instant Reels and TikTok, or do you like change it a little bit for both?
No, I tend to do usable the same.
The same one.
Yeah. I just edit them like as interesting as possible. Like I cut the bullshit and I try to put like images or like stuff that makes it more engaging for TikTok since it's like a faster.
Yeah, you have like 3 seconds to catch somebody's eye.
Yeah. So, but besides that, yeah, do clips.
But I think that's a really good spot to leave it at, you guys. First of all, I'm looking at my camera, but thank you guys for listening. I want to thank the Cuban Ricans for coming through.
Thank you for inviting us.
For sure.
Yeah,
No, I had
was
to. And yeah,
I wish you the best with this project, bro. I'll tell you this like I tell everybody. 90% of the people that start a podcast quit. So it's a tough thing to do.
yeah,
You have to really like it and you have to really like take care of it like it's your baby, and there's ups and downs. I've had fallouts, but I always come back. So don't give up if you really want to do it. It takes time.
it does.
I've
It's,
been
it's the
taking-
slowest growing thing. Like it's the slowest out of all the like the mediums, I guess. Podcasting is the slowest thing to grow between like if you had a YouTube or an Instagram or that's the slowest thing.
Yeah. So it just takes a lot of time. I've been doing it for 4 years. She's been doing it for a while now, and you can tell it's not as easy as it just
It's not
seems.
easy, yeah.
To just come and
Especially
talk.
coming up with like things
Interesting,
to
like,
talk
topics.
about and topics and stuff like that.
So, I wish you the best, bro. You have another friend in the industry. Let me know if you ever need anything.
For sure, bro.
And
This is you guys' time to plug your everything. So your camera,
You go first.
You go first. Ladies first.
La Ponce Baby, you can find me on Instagram as kgponce and TikTok as kgponce _ because la que tenía kgponce era yo, pero es una cuenta de cuando Musical.ly existía, así que no puedo hablar con la dueña porque la dueña no se acuerda del password.
Okay. You guys can follow me on all social medias as Gio Rosado. Yeah, Cuba Ricans podcast on TikTok, Cuba Ricans podcast on YouTube. Doing a lot of crazy content on my YouTube channel as well, Gio Rosado on YouTube. And yeah, you can probably see some behind the scenes of this podcast on my YouTube, on my TikTok, and everything. So check that out. Thank you guys. And if you are coming from the Cuba Ricans social medias or from KG social media or Gio social media, let us know in the comments. We want to see those comments that you guys came to watch this interview.
For sure. Well, again, thank you guys so much, and thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next one.